The Texas A&M Aggies season comes to an end in a 100-95 loss to Houston in the round of 32. Hello, everyone. I'm Phillips of SEC Unfiltered. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that bell icon as well so you get notifications of when we go live and when we drop new video content, which is each and every single day. Also, guys, check out the podcast, which drops daily on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us across social media, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you get your content. And of course, guys, stay up to date with the latest from us over at SECUnfiltered.com. The following is brought to you by our friends over at RHOBACK. Guys, head over to RHOBACK.com. That's RHOBACK.com and use the promo code SECU at checkout to get 20% off your entire first purchase. You see, I'm rocking the RHOBACK right now, actually, here on this show. And I typically am, guys, whether I'm at the golf course, I'm at home shooting content, I'm at the ball game, at the tailgate, running errands, whatever it might be. It's some of the best gear I've ever worn, whether it's polos, hoodies, quarter zips. Heck, they've also got women's apparel. You name it, they've got it over at RHOBACK. And again, we're giving you some bang for your buck as well. That's RHOBACK.com, RHOBACK.com, promo code SECU at checkout to get 20% off your entire first purchase. Wow, what a game. What a game, guys. Texas A&M falls to Houston. Final score 100-95. And the first thing I've got to do is tip my freaking cap. As you can probably tell by the sound of my voice, I sound exhausted because that game was one that really was an emotional roller coaster ride and was exhausting to watch, to be honest with you. Man, what a comeback by Texas A&M, by the way. You know, terrible free throw shooting. I know that's something, folks, in College Station, I think you could start there, right? I mean, you're going to look back on that and say, what could have been? What if Texas A&M shoots 64% from the free throw line? And this is something that haunted them all season long, right? Aggies ranked outside of the top 200 nationally in shooting free throws. And it killed them again. You go 29 of 45. You miss 16 free throws in this game, and you lose by 5 points, right? You think about the free throws you missed in regulation, right? It was a great comeback to get you to overtime, but it probably should not have taken that. So, you know, what could have been with the free throws and just making your free throws? And that's something that it's so excruciating and it's so painful. And it's just like, it makes you want to rip your hair out. But even with that, Texas A&M guys obviously down 5 at halftime. It looked like late Houston may pull away. I mean, what a crazy last couple minutes in that ball game. Texas A&M hitting the big three as time expired to send the game to overtime. I mean, guys, you look at the individual stars. Tyrese Radford played his freaking heart out, 10 for 22 from the field, had 27 points in the ball game. Wade Taylor doing Wade Taylor things, although, guys, you know, he went 5 of 26 from the field. But, hey, he was the one guy on A&M squad who could make free throws. 8 of 9 from the charity stripe, 21 total points for him. Obaseki had 15 points in this game. Garcia with 12. Aggie shot 39% from the field, 35% from three. And, of course, guys, like I mentioned, that dreadful 64% from the free throw line. Meanwhile, Houston shot 52% from the field, 32% from three, and 70% at the free throw line. I mean, guys, there's really nothing here. You look at this game. I mean, yes, the free throws, that's something I think people are going to continue to harp on and hammer, and you got to make your free throws. I mean, bottom line, you got to make your free throws. I don't know if that's, you know, here's the thing with free throws. It's not a physical mistake. It's a mental mistake. Here's what I mean by that. A physical mistake is something where, hey, ball tips off, or, you know, you shoot a long distance three or shoot a three, right, where the variables are, you know, different things can happen, right? You're not 100% doing that. So it happens, right? You're locked in, you're focused for whatever reason, just didn't go in, right? You make a mistake, you make a blunder, you did everything you could to make the right play. You're locked in, didn't happen. That's sports, it happens. Free throws, guys, are something where these guys, whether it's in practice or games or whatever, they've made thousands of free throws. And I know nobody's going to be 100% free throw shooting. I get that. But they've made thousands of free throws. It is more a mental mistake than a physical mistake when it comes to free throws. It is simply put being locked in that moment, being focused on the task at hand, and taking care of your business. I mean, really, truly, right? And I'm not sitting here trying to say that Texas A&M wasn't locked in, but missing free throws, more of a mental mistake than a physical mistake. Buzz Williams and company, they got a long offseason to figure out how they can fix that. And I think you saw, guys, by the way, Texas A&M, one of the most volatile teams in the SEC, and really all of college basketball this season. You saw more of that tonight, right? I mean, Texas A&M, when they're at their best, they're good enough to beat anyone. When they're at their worst, they could literally lose to anyone, as we saw throughout the season, right? But, I mean, the stars were out for A&M, man. I mean, it's hard to ask for much more than what you got from Radford, from Taylor, from your guards. They were fantastic. 26 offensive rebounds, 23 on the defensive side, 49 total rebounds. And the comeback late, the comeback late was so impressive. To have the determination, the grit, the ability to late in that ball game, right? Not cave and make a comeback, but obviously too little too late. And Houston's a great team. Obviously, many people, that is their national champion. And again, guys, I think Buzz Williams is building something special in College Station, but I think this season does need to be studied for Texas A&M. It needs to be examined. It's going to be a long offseason of figuring out what went wrong, because A&M was a team, they had that 15-game winning streak last year in conference play, and things never clicked for whatever reason this year. And, a season in which, let's just say, the aspirations and the expectations and the hopes and dreams were much greater than getting eliminated in the second game of the first weekend. So, again, guys, a great game, a thrilling game, a fantastic March Madness game. And hey, listen, I'll admit I had Texas A&M on the spread, so I'm not, I was happy that A&M found a way to cover. But hey, we wanted the victory. I also picked Texas A&M to win the ball game. They couldn't get it done, and again, you just look at those free throws, man. I mean, we can go so many different directions. This point in the game, that point in the game, momentum, this, that, defense. But man, I mean, if you just make your free throws, you win the ball game. And so it'll be a long offseason in College Station, wondering what could have been as Houston advances to the Sweet 16, while Texas A&M and Buzz Williams pack their bags and head home. Guys, that's going to do it all for me. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that bell icon as well, so you get notifications of when we go live and when we drop new video content, which is each and every single day. Also, guys, check out the podcast, which drops daily on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media, X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And, of course, guys, stay up to date with the latest from us over at our website, SECUnfiltered.com. Until next time, guys, I'm Chris Phillips of SEC Unfiltered. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in, and we'll catch you on the other side.